The mediocre dentist, the mediocre dentist. 'Cause sometimes you just feel mediocre. The mediocre dentist, the mediocre dentist. I am mediocre, you are mediocre, and that's not that bad.
Let's hear from our listeners. Thank God, thanks to everybody there. The podcast has been really successful. I mean, over 1,000 views on YouTube, hundreds of listeners on Spotify, making people's happy. And a lot of people have been writing stuff in. Let's read some of them. If you wanted to send us a comment on any episode, you could do so at themediocredentist@gmail.com.
Or
First
if you would
email.
I was going to say, or if they would like to judge any of my dental work, I'll start posting it so they could tear it apart.
First one comes from Crystal Chu. Just wanted to say I love you guys, and this podcast is perfection.
She's the floss lady.
Yeah, she's the floss.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Coco Floss.
Love her.
Clearly a talented and very brilliant inventor doctor, if you didn't know. She, A, loves our podcast. B, creates Coco Floss, one of the world's greatest flosses.
So delicious.
Available in CVS, Duane Reade, Walgreens, and many other locations. And
Thanks, Crystal.
funny enough, this podcast could be sponsored by Coco Floss, should she want to. You have me laughing out loud on my way to work in a truly restorative way. The dental community needs this. Bravo, congrats. Hope to see you soon. Well, that's what we're going for, Crystal.
That's still Crystal.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a lot of love.
A lot of
love.
love.
Gosh. Okay, well, we love you even more,
She knows the stress
Crystal.
of dentistry. She's a real person.
I was so expecting you to just say like a whole bunch of negative things. You told me to get like a thick skin and like you prepped me for the worst case scenario. I was not expecting you to lead with that.
Yeah, no,
Thank
that
you,
was the
Crystal.
first one.
But don't set me up for something good and then like take
No,
it,
this
like,
one's from a guy named Robert Pernansky. He said, "You're both assholes.
Oh.
This podcast sucks."
Accurate. Yeah, guilty as charged.
Okay, next one.
Does it actually say that? Did you
No.
just make that up?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh, I was practicing having thick skin.
I know, I thought it'd be funny to
just
throw
let
it out
it
there.
roll off me. Okay, but then I started to think about it and I got really sad. Okay, that wasn't true.
No,
Okay.
I wouldn't tell you if it was, because then you would spiral.
I would absolutely spiral.
Why?
That'd be
We're
the
not
last-
even in this for money.
I understand. It's like
Just the thought of somebody not liking
I know
you.
that there's plenty of people that probably don't like it, but maybe they're
Well,
just
please don't
nice.
write emails.
Don't. Yeah, I mean,
We can't handle it.
or maybe the more we read, this is complicated. Okay, I'm looking into it too much. Keep
If
going.
you don't like the podcast, you should write an email complaint to our sponsors, of which we have none. Email from Dr. Nikki Zarabian. Loving this podcast. Back in episode 2, you asked the question why I got into dentistry. I said it was my dad. It was my mom who recommended it. And her reason? 32 teeth. If you mess up on one, no big deal. Literally.
Oh, I love
In
this
other
one.
words, if I became an ophthalmologist and messed up on one eye, you're
You got
screwed.
one left.
Not so much of that pressure going on in the mouth because there's 32.
No more
Oh,
depth perception. Yeah.
Mrs.
Jesus
Arabian,
Lord. I like that.
Nikki's mom,
Legend.
smart.
Yeah, brilliant lady.
Do
I
you
like
know,
her.
funny enough, in dental school, that's actually what they said to some of the worst kids in the class.
Yeah.
Like the kids who really just, it was like that. We talked about 10,
Yeah.
80, 10.
Yes.
10 are amazing.
Yeah.
80 are kind of like everyone's middle of the pack eventually, practice enough, you get good. And then there are 10, just the drill
Not
just
gonna
won't
figure it
go
out.
straight.
Yep. Yeah.
Or they forget to turn on the water. Like they used to tell those kids, go into pediatric dentistry.
Oh, because the teeth are going to be gone.
Because if you mess up the pulpotomy,
Oh,
just
it don't
take it
matter. Every now and again, though, they're touching a 6 or touching the first molars. Oh, okay. All right.
but then the kids leave because
Yeah.
they can't fit in the chairs anymore.
Yeah.
This episode from episode 2, where we talked about, you mentioned and revealed to our audience that some of the male patients like to lick your fingers during work. That's actually got a lot of responses.
Because it's a thing. It's not
that
just me.
I've never heard of.
It's an awkward thing to talk about.
Do you have any idea how viral those comments are right now on WhatsApp and Instagram? You even have a meme. Did you even see the meme about you? Oh, there's a meme. Sean, put up the meme. Yeah, you're on a meme. That's like, there's a meme about you.
I am honored. Thank you, Orchid.
Finger licking.
That is I.
Come to Dr. Dernisky for amazing dentistry and delicious fingers. This comment comes from Dr. Nathan Oakes of Maine. He said, my brother licks my fingers to piss me off and tries to get me to lose my mind in the clinic in front of the hygienist. He does it every time, and I know he's going to do it, and I still forget.
Because he represses it. Because it's so dirty, it's so violating.
This message comes from Katie Caniglio. Hey, David, finger licking happens every time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a small environment, right? Like, there's not a lot of room for it. I'm sure sometimes it's unintentional.
I'm not talking about an accidental boob touch here, okay? This is up and down caressing with the tongue.
Okay, while we're
supposedly.
on that, I just have a funny story about that. I have a bad habit with, patient drape. I have a bad habit. My fingers get wet and I want to dry them. Do you know the number of times that I've grabbed onto the drape and accidentally pinched the nipple of a woman patient?
Pinched a nipple on a woman patient?
I'm just dragging my fingers to get them dry.
Let's demonstrate. Can you demonstrate what this looks like? Okay.
I'm looking through my
I'm so
loop.
excited I'm here at this judgment-free zone
my
where I
hands
feel
are wet.
safe
I
with my dentist. What? Your hands are over here. Wait, here, take a drill.
I don't want to do it.
Take a drill. Take a drill. Okay.
No, I'm not holding the drill when I do it.
Hold it.
I'm holding the drill.
Yeah.
My
okay. And
fingers
then
are
what?
wet.
Now you
It's
put your-
slippery. It's slippery.
So you
I
put your
need to
finger
get
down.
dry. And I'm looking through my loops. I'm looking in their mouth and I pinch nipples. And I feel so bad. But I feel like it's
If
a
you
double
were a
standard.
female dentist, you would go to jail.
I know.
You would go to jail.
There's a double standard.
You would go to jail. If I pinched a woman's nipple,
You're done.
I would lose my license.
I would take it away from you. But somehow
This would be called the titty dentist. Babe, that's not acceptable.
That's not
2025.
acceptable. Do you know the other thing I used to do when I was pregnant? No, I got another one. It should be the titty dentist. This could be a segment on titty dentist.
I did notice there are a lot more female patients in your office than males.
They might like it. I don't know. But when I first went into dentistry, I was pregnant. Okay, when I first started practicing, I was like just about 5 months pregnant, starting to get a bump. Ladies were getting a little bit bigger. It gets harder to do dentistry, but I worked right up to the end. Literally, water broke at work. But after a certain while, you don't have like your core anymore, so you start leaning forward and in awkward positions. And it got to a point where I became known as the person who like they expected to have their boobs on their face because I was like tripoding them. Like I had the belly like underneath or like on, and then to like hold myself up.
Like I'm at an Asian massage parlor here?
I know. That was me.
Let's
and people knew
demonstrate
that about
Can we demonstrate?
I'm not doing
I want
that.
to demonstrate this. Yeah, because I don't understand how that's happening. I have never even come close to a patient, but I would like to see.
It was a tripod.
It
was the two boobs in the belly.
No,
I'm not.
Come work on me.
No,
Pregnant dentist. Pregnant dentist, please.
Pregnant dentist,
Yeah.
big belly.
Yeah.
And
God.
the face,
No, you did not.
Yeah, the face was holding me up. It was holding me up. I didn't have a core.
You drop your breast on our patients' heads?
Their head was holding my body up so that I could do dentistry on them. They liked it. It was practice building. Again, I totally know that you couldn't get away with the same thing. You couldn't tripod with like your twig and berries.
And all this time we've been together, I thought the patients liked your dentistry.
I know.
When I thought it was just your looks. Like a lot of people accuse you of getting to where you are because of your looks. And we all know that you actually are a co-conspirator. Dropping boob on people.
Pinching nipples. That's my secret. That's my marketing strategy.
So to all those young dentists out there, females in particular, you might look at Dr. Dernisky, 17 years in practice, 2 successful practices, grossing, I don't know, $6 million altogether, and wonder how she did it. You might think it was hard work, dedication and caring about the patients. It was actual
I was taking care of them. I'm gonna lose my license.
Do you drop boob on male and female?
Whose ever head was there needed to hold me up at the time. If I needed to do the dentistry.
Do you know people pay a lot of money for women to put their boobs on their faces?
But they do pay a lot of money in dentistry. It's the least we can do. I can't. I'm sorry.
I feel so violated. That's crazy. I've never done anything like that. Am I supposed to feel bad about it? I think I feel good about that I've never done that.
I'm happy for you. It was just, yeah.
Have you ever pinched a male's nipple?
Yes. It's not just been females. It's just a little bit more weird on a woman. It's
Anybody ever react to your boob face trick?
Oh, there's been the boob face. No, women used to come in and they used to comment more on like the baby kicking them in the back of the head because that was part of the tripod.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Why don't you wear loops and sit back for a second? You don't have to be into the tube. We live in 2025. You don't have to be like right here.
I know, but I didn't have like the ergo.
Here's how I would work on you. Yeah, this is what this would look like. Here, you go here. Yeah, lean your head back.
No, I'm
lean your head back. I do dentistry like this.
Like that?
Yeah.
Nobody does it up like.
You're like.
Babe.
The hell is wrong with your dentistry?
I don't know.
What happens in this practice?
It was when I was younger.
Unacceptable, Derniski.
I'm sorry.
Makes Nate's finger licking seem like nothing. We're way past finger licking. We're on third base of dentistry. I'm trying to come up with a story to match it. I have one story that I think is legendary.
Okay. Hit me.
Somewhere, I want to say 2008 to 2010, the Invisalign practice, Premier Dental Associates was picking up.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were in the right place at the right time. Sex and the City was the #1 TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Stock market wasn't great in 2008, but it was still, the financial people had money.
Yeah.
And we were rolling in Invisalign. And I was developing a little bit of reputation as the young hotshot dentist who could do Invisalign on you record time.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how it is, you cycle through staff, all different shapes, sizes. And I wish I could remember the year, maybe 2010, 2012, but there was a 2-year period where I had an assistant named, I can't say her name, but like young, white, NYU student. She was actually a model. She was a model, 10 out of 10.
Okay.
9 out of 10. Nothing compared to you, of course, but 9 out of 10. And like she knew it kind of also. She was my assistant. All we did is Invisalign. And she would play up on that like sexiness with the patients. And men and women would respond to her very quickly.
Yeah.
And she got to the point where we had like a little yin and yang on the consults, and we were just like, you're getting Invisalign, you're getting Invisalign. Nobody could say
no.
No, because she's good looking, attractive. You want to be her. I'm charismatic, intelligent, and
getting the job done.
Get the job done. I'm trustworthy.
Yep.
One problem. She smelled terrible.
Oh, I remember you telling me.
Horrible. Like garbage can homeless. Horrible. And the problem was when patients would walk into the room, and it was whatever, it's a normal 7x9 room. The stench coming out of her, they would just look at me and go,
"What's wrong with you?"
What the
They
fuck?
blamed you.
I would douse myself with like aftershave cologne to try. And it wasn't always, it was like just sometimes. And you can't say things like that as an employer.
No.
You can't say, but it used to be like the middle of the winter in New York City, and we'd have the window full straight open. Patient walk in, I'd be like, why is there snow coming into your room?
Yeah.
Why is there your giant floor to singular window open? I was like, you know me, I like the environment. But really it was to try and get the room down. I mean, we used to have to spray down.
And she didn't notice that. That's wild.
Don't know. I'd never asked. I could never, but it was a thing.
With that
the whole office knew it.
Yeah.
And it would take weeks for me to prove to the other staff that it wasn't me.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm going to have you to smell me.
Yeah, exactly.
You come here right now and smell me right now. I took a shower like 3 times a day back then.
Yeah.
I was so self-conscious about it. That's about as crazy as I got. But nothing compared to your boob and face jerk.
Well, you bring plenty to the table here, sweetheart.
And now a word from this episode's sponsor. I know we swore we would not have sponsors, but the money was too good and we sold out.
Hey, Andrea, do you hate flossing?
I do.
I hate flossing too. You should know I don't ever floss.
I know that.
You know that.
I know that.
I can't floss. It just kills me. I just don't want to do it. But did you know this episode is sponsored by a company called Proclaim?
Ooh, I love this product.
Yes. Here's what they proclaim.
Pun intended.
They put this like device in your mouth, custom made.
Yes.
It has 5,000 billion jet streams. You put it in your mouth. It blows so much water and their little concoction at it. They say you don't need to floss. It will clean your teeth without flossing in 30 seconds.
Custom fit.
Custom fit, fits great. I think this is huge.
Oh, amazing. Yeah. For all the people out there that say they don't want to do it or
I
even
don't
for
want to do it.
dexterity issues, right? A lot
Yeah,
of
how
people, as
about
you get older,
30 seconds to floss my teeth instead of 45 minutes with a piece of string?
I buy it.
Yeah, they say it increases people's periodontal health. You can find out more information on Proclaim on the AACA website, the Mediocre Dentist website, or where Sean has put up their information.
Are we sold out? Well, we sold out.
We got some email responses. So this is to the episode called The Mentality of More. Somebody wrote us, I don't know if this is like a poem, but it's called The Upgrade Trap. More money, more status, more responsibility. It sounds like progress. It's what we're supposed to want, but every upgrade has a price. Less freedom,
Yep.
less time,
Yep.
less peace.
Yeah.
We tell ourselves it's worth it, that the raise, the title, the bigger business will make us happy. But at what cost? Moving into the corner office moves you further from your family. Doubling your business, double your stress. Each step up the ladder takes you further and further from the ground.
Oh, I like that. Wow.
Wealth is visible. Freedom isn't. Is the next upgrade giving you more of what matters or just more? Are you buying a better life or a busier one?
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what we were speaking to. That's some deep shit right there.
I
Well
like that.
done.
Yeah. It's called The Upgrade Trap. Somebody sent it to us. I think it's very poignant.
Yeah.
I like that one. Let's say it one more time. Let's really soak that in.
The latter one,
Every step up the ladder,
further from the ground.
closer to God.
Closer
I don't know
to meeting your maker. Yeah. To a coronary.
That was actually a Dalai Lama quote.
Is it?
No, it's fine.
Oh.
Nicely played. It said,
on,
loved your
what we
State of
got?
the Union address. Probably the first time the pseudo spouse and I have sat down and laughed together in a long time.
What's a pseudo?
Don't know.
So ambiguous. Okay.
In my best Dr. Galler voice, we be going through it right now. And his new OM of less than 1.5 years came blowing in with no dental experience, but lots of leadership and personal management because she managed a Maurice's in a small Midwest mall and managed maybe a team of 5 gals. Anyway, she came in promoting a focus on culture and pay transparency, being vulnerable, blah, 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 blah. Guess who just resigned after a week or so? So now I jumped right over and listened to your podcast. And as soon as the adjustment over, just so I could get the entire, I want to throat punch anyone who talks about culture. Because it sounds like she hired somebody who came in,
absolutely.
culture during the interview,
Yeah.
and then quit 1 week later.
Yeah, this
I
is
love the whole podcast. I'll be back for more. Thank you for being humble enough to let all these amazing doctors know that they are still fucking amazing people, even if they are just mediocre. Fuck the rat race.
fuck the rat
Signed,
race.
Mandy.
Mandy.
Love you, Mandy.
Well stated.
Love
You're
you,
our people.
Mandy. You are our people. You can come on the show anytime.
And with your pseudo spouse.
Yeah, with your pseudo spouse. All right, well, Sean, the producer, on the spot. A pseudo spouse is a person who appears to be in a committed relationship but lacks the depth and intimacy of a true relationships. True relationships can be driven by convenience, fear, or loneliness, or desire for validation.
I no longer want to hang out with Mandy. She seems dangerous.
Mandy, vicious. Sounds like my first 4 marriages.
Oh, are we on that again?
Here we go.
There's been one.
All right, this one comes from a Dr. April. She says, I have PTSD from just thinking of my worst day in dental school. Listening to this episode, Sunny Gill didn't have any specific horror stories, which is our first episode.
Mm-hmm.
I find that sus.
Yeah.
Whoa.
As did we.
As did we.
But he's a stand-up guy.
Yeah, but I find it sus.
Yeah.
Everybody has a hard day.
I think if it's hard enough, you repress that shit real deep and then you just don't remember it.
He just doesn't remember it. Like
it's
blackout.
Blackout. Yeah.
Also from April, I invented the fucking fake cotton roll trick.
She invented it. Yes. So she's taking back his thunder there. Coming for you, Sunny.
More sus from Sunny Gill, who said he invented it.
Slippery
for those who
Canadian.
didn't see episode 1, putting in the cotton roll and telling a patient to bite down like there's medicine on it, but there's not. You're just trying to buy time to do another exam. Also useful for other situations, like when I freaked out, didn't know what to do because my prep had turned into a pointy triangle. And I fucked up the patient's tooth and their entire life and my entire life.
Yeah, that sounds relatable.
Have you ever made a pointy tooth?
I've made it more pointy than it was meant to be. And yes, it ruined my entire day, week, month, year. And I still can think about it. I can see the tooth in my head. Yep.
How many years ago?
It's got to be over 10 years ago.
I got a story.
Yeah?
In dental school, I was supposed to prep tooth number, in your language, 4, in our language, 28,
okay. Oh.
on an old little lady.
Okay.
And I was already 4th year, and I'm feeling hot.
Yeah.
I'm like, boom, I got this. And my instructor and I were
I'm at
buddies
an Ivy
already.
League school.
Yeah, and my instructor and I were buddies already, and he didn't even make me do all like the preliminary stuff. He's like, you got this, Dave, go get it.
Yeah.
I got in there, and it's just like, I'm refining it. I'm just trying to make the floor smooth.
Yeah.
And make sure there's no undercuts, because that's the thing that'll get you.
Yeah.
And you just lose track of time and space.
And tooth.
And you just keep going around, making it smoother and smoother, and just tilting that guy in. Undercut, no 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 undercut.
No tooth.
And then I was like, Dr. Freeman, come and check it. And I just remember he came in and he just sat down. And then he just got up and walked away. I was like, what do you think? He go, look a little pointy. And that was the last crown prep I did.
Oh.
Can't wait to watch more episodes. Thank you for brightening our lives just a little bit. Thank you, April.
We
Really
love
good.
you.
We love you. All right. This
Bring it.
one comes from Dr. Jeff Wells.
Okay.
That's awesome. It's just so different from every other dental podcast out there. What's different about it? No sponsors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No guests.
No clue what we're doing.
No, just shooting from the hip.
We help.
Sometimes it seems like we don't know what we're talking about.
And it's because we don't.
And sometimes David Galler makes up facts. And that's okay.
Shocker.
That's okay. The dynamic between you and your wife, one being clinically driven and the other one being more business driven. I can't stop watching it. Last week, I was updating YouTube every half hour waiting for the new episode.
Aw, that's
Oh.
sweet.
Oh. The episodes launch on Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Today, I was crazy busy, but now I'm excited to watch it tonight. It's like a treat at the end of the day/week. Gives us a smile and a shot of reality to start the week. It just resonates with me to my core, man. Feeling burnt out, tired of staff issues. So thank you very much. Oh, Jeff, thanks very much.
That's
we
literally,
appreciate
that is exactly what we were trying to do here.
Absolutely.
So
We're
that's
just
it.
focused on making people laugh, have a good time, talking about this crazy dentistry. Sometimes we solve problems. Sometimes we just
create more.
We just create some more problems.
But we're going to get through this together.
We're going to get through this together because at the end of the day, everyone's mediocre. We just have to tell them.
The mediocre dentist, the mediocre dentist. 'Cause sometimes you just feel mediocre. The mediocre dentist, the mediocre dentist. I am mediocre, you are mediocre, and that's not that bad.